Many businesses either think an AI chatbot costs $50,000 or they have no idea at all. And as a result, they either never invest in one, leaving their leads to get taken by their competitors who do have chatbots, or when they do get one, they let an agency charge them $20,000 for something that should really cost only three. I've built 11 plus chatbots across 6 different industries, and in this video, I'll be breaking down exactly what makes a chatbot expensive and the 3 tiers of chatbots, all the way from simple FAQ chatbots to chatbots built to convert leads in a human-like way. I'm going to tell you exactly what sets the price of an AI chatbot so that no one can ever overcharge you again. But before we start, I want you to think about the last time that you went to a store and put a product in your cart before you actually knew how much it cost. You then get to the register and you either have to leave the product completely and not buy it at all, or you just let them add it into the bag and you pay for it not knowing how much it actually costs. That's what's happening with AI chatbots right now. Business owners have no reference point, and so they either completely miss out on AI chatbots or they end up paying anyone who charges them any absurd price to get it installed for them. I want to change that for you today. So I'm here in Miro, and I'm going to walk you through all these 3 tiers, starting with this one down here. So this first tier down here is just a basic FAQ bot. These are the chatbots that sit on your website or socials and just answer the frequently asked questions from your customers. Examples: what are your hours? What do you sell? Can you do the service at my house? Etc. If someone is quoting you $5,000 for a bot that just answers questions, that's a big red flag, because honestly, these FAQ bots cost around $1,000. And as you can see, they're tier number 3. They're at the very bottom of the AI chatbot hierarchy. But the truth is, most businesses need more than this. They need something that can actually support their customers, not just answer questions, but it can actually solve problems, understand the emotions the customer is facing, and then make decisions based off of that to actually provide the user with a genuine solution. These are customer support bots, and they usually go for around $2,500. The reason it costs a bit more is because they have slightly more logic to them than FAQ bots, which simply answer questions, but these are supposed to be able to detect user emotions and kind of understand a user's whole situation based on context, and then use logic to help the user in the best way possible. Now, the first tier, the one at the very top, are conversion bots. These are the ones that I build most often for my clients. They qualify leads, handle objections, and push people to convert 24/7. But the reason they cost way more is because the logic behind them is way more complex as well, since they are designed to understand user behavior and kind of detect when is the right time to send the CTA forward and ask for the conversion. They don't just answer questions, but they're like actually trying to move someone talking to it closer to making a buyer decision. So that's why they go for $5,000 and above. But keep in mind that each of these tiers builds on the one below it. So for example, an AI chatbot in the second tier would be able to do everything in the third tier. And of course, the ones at the very top would be able to do customer support, FAQs, and everything else that these ones down here would have. So they kind of stack on top of each other. So you can see FAQs at the bottom, customer support on the second tier, and then conversion bots at the very top. But while those are the most realistic prices, you really should not be surprised if your chatbot is slightly more expensive depending on the features that you add on it. And by slightly, I mean a couple $1,000s more expensive. Here are the 6 common things that drive up the price of any Botpress chatbot, no matter which tier it's in. Now, the more your bot has to think, persuade, and make decisions, the more work actually goes into building its logic. So the first thing that will increase your chatbot's price is what it's actually built for. Is it built to persuade? Is it built to convert people? Will it be making any decisions, etc.? Now, let's say you're ready to dish out $5,000 for a chatbot that converts people. Well, the most basic chatbots barely have any memory. They just go through the conversation, get the job done, and then forget about that. But high converting chatbots actually remember conversations and use those to make other conversations better, as well as to better personalize the experience of the user currently chatting to them. What this means is remembering things like the user's name, things that the user talked about, questions that they asked, etc. And setting up those memory processes is what actually makes chatbot memory the second thing that might increase how much your chatbot could cost. Now, to give your chatbot good memory, you probably end up connecting it to other tools such as Airtable, WhatsApp, maybe HubSpot. And these tools actually are called integrations in Botpress. And they make the entire process of building a chatbot slightly more complicated because you have to build data structures as well as connections to these different softwares. And therefore, the third thing that might make your chatbot cost a little more is the apps or integrations that you plan to connect it to. Now, every chatbot has a brain, every AI chatbot has a brain, and this is basically an AI model, an LLM that powers how it thinks and the decisions that it makes. ChatGPT and Gemini's newest models are smarter, quicker, and they can sound more human, but they also cost more to run because of their advanced capability, making running them in your AI chatbot more expensive. Though this cost will not show up at the build time, it may not show up at the build time, it will probably show up in the monthly fee that you have to pay every single month to Botpress to keep your bot up and running because of the AI charges that it's accumulating due to using these LLMs. Now, getting a chatbot to actually sound like your business and your brand requires giving it a personality that fits your brand. The prompt engineering and logic design for setting up a chatbot's personality also adds to the work when building it. And that's why the complexity of your chatbot's personality will determine how expensive it is. So that's the fifth thing that might change the price of your AI chatbot. Now, you won't want to just have an AI chatbot that's high converting, but you also want it to be able to convert only the right people so that the people that do end up in your inbox as a business owner are people that are actually worth your time. This means your bot actually needs advanced logic, once again, more build time, to be able to make decisions depending on what people tell it on whether this person is a good customer or is someone who's not ideal for the business. And so the sixth thing that might make your AI chatbot more expensive is its qualification logic, whether or not it has to qualify people who talk to it. Your next step is figuring out how much a chatbot for your business would cost. This would, of course, depend on all the factors we've talked about in this video, and it's exactly what I help business owners like you figure out on our free discovery call. The link is in the video description below. Book a call and let's see what kind of chatbot you need and talk about how much that would cost for your business.